Hey y'all. Still, just.
So, today we're bringing a new video to you, but first we just wanted to say that we're in a hotel room because we're on vacation.
We're headed to vacation. It's Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, even though it's going to be after Christmas when you see this. But today's Christmas. We drove like
all day.
7 hours.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that long, but yeah.
Almost. We are on our way to Colorado, and we're going to make a really cool video of that, so
Hopefully.
that'll be next. Yeah.
We're going to try to. We'll see how that goes.
So we just got back to the hotel room. We did a little workout, so we got in our comfy clothes. That's why I look like this. So anyways, today's video is going to be, well, we made a video the other day about,
sorry, I was about to sneeze.
it was going to be titled like asking my husband questions girls are too afraid to ask, but it was super boring, so we cut that.
Yeah, it was really boring, so
and
deleted
then,
that one.
Yeah, deleted that one. So now we're going to make a video about our honeymoon story.
Yeah, we had some fun experiences.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Interesting,
so,
scary experiences.
Yeah.
Well,
not
really, maybe
scary.
us being babies a little bit. I mean, it was kind of us being babies in a way, but.
So anyways, let's get on to the story.
So first we went to North Carolina and then to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. About a 16-hour drive. We left at like 7 in the morning, so we got there around 1 in the morning. We got there and it's like up a mountain. We couldn't find it, so I had to call my parents and like see if they knew where it was at, if they could call people, something like that. Because we pulled up to where it like showed, and it was just like it was like someone's house, and there's people there, like actual house. So there was nowhere else to go from what we could tell.
And his mom had like all of the instructions on how to get there, because it gives you directions, but then they had some extra like directions on how to get to the house or whatever.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that until we got there.
Yeah, so one of the requirements that said on there is have a 4-wheel drive car. Well, we took Maddie's car, and it's not a 4-wheel drive car, it's a little car.
It's a little Nissan.
Yeah, so we get there, whenever we actually figured out, like, I like looked on the map and zoomed in real close. I'm like, okay, I kind of see where it goes, which was weird because it was like behind this dude's barn almost, and like up a steep path.
It looked like a pathway for like
a four-wheeler. Like it was super narrow, and it was
so
like a
tiny.
gravel trail. So I was like, that can't be it. But then we went up it, and it was steep, and I mean, it was steep-ish. And it was like, okay, we made up that, and then...
Well, first you have to tell about when we called your parents.
Oh.
Because that was like the funniest part.
Yeah, well, we called them, and I'm like, hey, can you know help us out here? Then my dad was reading through the instructions, and he started laughing, and I wouldn't think it was funny because it's like 1 in the morning, and I'm just trying to get there.
Terrified.
And it's like, yeah, we're literally in the mountain, and it's like pitch black out there. There's like 2 houses around, and like so I was like kind of freaking out, and it was 1 in the morning, so I was irritated. So he's laughing. He's like, oh, it says you have to have a 4-wheel drive car, and then.
And he was like, did you read that? And she was like, well, yeah, but it says other cars could get up there. And we were like, oh
I'm
my
like, so
gosh,
it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's the town we're staying at. There's like no hotels. Where are we even gonna stay at? But yeah, so then they were on the phone with us while I finally figured it out, and then we get going up. We get past that first like steep part, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is it. There's no house there. There's like another garage, and I'm like, okay. And I see this trail off to the left, kind of same situation. But this one was really steep, and it had like, when you first get going, it had a pile of like just
like
gravel.
gravel.
Yeah, gravel just like stacked up. I mean, like it was like almost like a speed bump in a way. So I was like, well, see, I mean, I know the house is up there because you could tell on the map finally where it was at. Okay, I'm just gonna nail it, and we'll see what happens. So we get going, and I'm like, we're both like dead silent, and I hit these gravel rocks. And my mom is freaking out on the phone. She thinks, because we're telling her it's like,
my car fell out.
yeah,
it was so loud.
We told her that like it's like on the edge of the mountain, and so she hears just this boom, and she thinks that we like go outside the mountain. She's like freaking out, like screaming, "What are you okay?" You know, and we're just dead silent because like
I'm like, I can't talk right now.
yeah, because I kid you not, it was probably about 100 yards of straight, like it was pretty steep, and it was gravel, so you couldn't get any traction. So I'm just sitting here, and the tires are spinning, and we're just going and going up, and we finally made it, but I didn't think we were gonna make it up.
It Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, so then we get to the house. It's like the only one up there. The only house we passed.
Why did I say so sad?
It was so sad. So sad.
So scary is what I meant to say.
But then we get to this house. It was a cool little modern house. A cool Airbnb.
It was like super cool. We both looked, him and his mom, for like a house up there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the most modern one. It looked
Yeah.
like it was pretty new. And the view was like amazing.
Oh, the view
I'll try
is-
to insert like a video
Yeah.
or something.
I'm sure you have videos from.
Yeah,
It was so beautiful up there. But we get up there in the middle of the night though, and I was a little freaked out. So we get inside. It's a cool house and everything, but most of the house is like windows, like big windows.
Like the whole front.
Yeah, the whole
It's
front
just
was windows, and there's no curtains in there. So if you have any light on the inside, it's just reflective. You can't see out. But I'm like, man, people are outside, probably out there watching us. Some mountain people are watching us.
Yeah.
So
that was like super scary, and like the way the house was set up was like you walk in and there's like the living room and then a kitchen in the back, and then there's like a little stairs up, and there's like one bedroom at top. It's kind of like a loft kind of.
yeah.
But it was super cool.
Yeah, up in the
except
bedroom.
The windows.
Up in the bedroom, there was windows like on the by the bed, and then like over by the stairs, there was one window. But it was like the house was right here, and then as soon as the house was over, it was like the mountain up again. So I'm like, literally, we were almost beside the mountain, so someone could just be looking in the window from the mountain.
Yeah.
So I was like, if there's anybody over here, they could just be watching us. So we ended up the next morning, we pinned up our sheet
from the bed.
Yeah, we got some safety pins. It's freaky at night.
Not to mention that on our way up to the mountain, it was not like quite pitch dark, but it was like 1 in the morning.
Well, yeah, there was the moon, but that was about it.
So there was like a few lights around, but the houses that we were passing, I mean, it's like the mountains, so they're not like anything like super fancy.
Yeah, they're nothing nice
it
up there.
literally looked like crack houses all the way up. So
And then there
we're
were,
definitely gonna get murdered.
Yeah, we got through the first night, whatever, yada yada.
Only left like 2 times because we were scared
that was our
our
next thing. Is we're like, do we really want to leave a lot? Because we're 45 minutes away from town. First off, which I was, whatever. But it was like, are we gonna be able to get back up here? Yeah, we made it up once, but
Yeah.
So we didn't leave a lot. The next day, did we leave it all the next day? I think we stayed at the house all day the next day.
I think we left for food, maybe.
Yeah, we went and walked around. They got food and walked around downtown.
Yeah,
Nashville.
and then the next day we went
to the Biltmore.
Which
that was super fun.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I didn't think I'd like it, but it was cool. We went to a really cool gym. There was cool gyms everywhere we went. Or
yeah,
we found one.
We also went on a tour of gyms on our honeymoon.
Yeah, it was so cool. I was hyped. So then the last day we're there, before we go to Gatlinburg, I was like, watch this be the one time we don't get up the mountain. The last day we're here.
The last night.
And so we start going up that real steep part, we hit the whole bump and everything. And we get about halfway up, and then the tires are spinning, and I couldn't get up. We were stuck. And Maddie's like freaking out. She's like, should I get out? I'm like, it's the side of the mountain. Like, where are you going to go? Like,
well, I thought about walking up, but it's like dark, so I'm scared. And I don't want to go up there by myself. Like, what if a bear eats me or something?
Yeah, bear.
Anyways, I was scared. But I didn't want to be in the car, but I didn't want him to be in the car, so...
She's like, I want to get out. I'm like, okay, I mean, I don't know what you're really going to do. I was like, I'm going to back down, we're going to restart, because that's really all I know to do.
I was just scared.
And,
I'm also scared of heights, so
yeah,
seeing, like,
she was freaking
being
out.
on the edge of a mountain really freaked me out.
Yeah, and it's like no exaggeration, it was not a lot wider than the car. So there was really no way to go. So I had to back all the way back down and then just restart, and we ended up making it up the second time.
So, like, if the car would have, like, slipped or slid anywhere, it would have, one of our wheels would have went off.
Yeah, either you're hitting the wall, because it's basically like a wall, because it just like would cut out and then straight up. So you either hit a wall or you go off the side. And I mean, it was pretty steep.
So that was the first house. Then we traveled to, why do I keep wanting to say Nashville? Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I've been there when I was younger, but like I wasn't super familiar with the area. But as we drove in, it was super cool.
Yeah.
All the cool shops and everything.
We love Gatlinburg, like our family
He's
does.
been like 1,000 times. But anyways, so we're driving to the house, and we're driving through the woods for a long time. Like, I slept half of it, and it still felt forever. Like, I was wondering when we were going to get there.
Yeah.
Or how much of nothing we were going to have to drive through before we got there. So, this house, we also get there at nighttime.
Yeah. It was like no, we only got in the middle of the day.
No, I
We
didn't
we
think so.
went out to eat and came back, and it was
Oh,
night.
that's what it was. So we
Yeah.
got there during the day, and it was like kind of weird because it was like nobody's
creepy.
vacationing
Creepy.
during the time we went,
Yeah.
and so
It was like the middle of the week. I think this was like Wednesday.
yeah. So we pull in. Well, first we get to the gate, and we couldn't figure out the code to get into the gate.
Yeah.
So we had to call his mom again and see if she could find the code, because the code that he gave us didn't work, like the owner or whatever. Anyway, so we finally get in after sitting at the gate for like 30 minutes. And we pull in, and there's like this big house that probably like 20 people could stay in. Like it
Yeah,
was
probably.
something for people to share or whatever. So we passed that, and there's like a little trail to our house. Well, this house was also like on the side of a mountain, still like a beautiful view and everything. And we were still like, this is kind of weird. It was during the day, so it wasn't as scary. So
It was
we
just
go
this one was
inside.
super like old. Like
Yeah.
the other one was like modern and stuff, but this one was very old and creaky.
Yeah,
Which
every
we'll get to
door would
that.
squeak.
Everything was squeaky or
Every-
creaky. It's all
Every
squeaky.
floor, every step you took, the floor would creak.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, everything was super open, and the other place it was super closed. So like when we were sitting, we basically could see everything.
Yeah.
But this place, it was just so open, so many, there was like 2 rooms.
I would say, yeah, there's 2 bedrooms, so it made it a
2
little
big
weird.
bathrooms. Yeah.
Because there's obviously only us there, so it would be a cool house to go back with someone else.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, if someone else is there, it's not
If
that
you
big
had
of a
like
deal.
another couple staying there with you, it'd be really cool. But since it was just us, and it was like our first time vacationing by ourselves,
Mhm.
it was a little bit scary.
And so, I mean, yes, it was kind of by itself, but that was scary. But to me, the scariest part, it literally when we got there, so it was like, it was the National Forest where we were at. And,
Which we didn't really know. Until
yeah, we didn't know. It was like, you enter the National Forest, if you've ever been in Gatlinburg, you know where it enters. And it's like, it was literally 20 miles into the National Forest, so it was way in there.
It was so
But
cool.
we get to our house and everything, we pull up, and it was like, one of the situations like, house is like right here, then it just goes off the mountain. And then between the house, there's like just enough room for a car, and then it goes up to another mountain. And so you drove through, we parked on the other side. And we got there in the middle of the day, so I was looking, and there was just like this big open trail for you to like keep going in the National Forest. And I told her, I pointed, I was like, that's gonna be really creepy at night.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that far away from the house. And we come back at night,
like right behind, like our car's parked here.
and it's right
and
behind the car almost. Like
trail
probably
to the National Forest
10
is, like,
yards
this
away.
far away.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
so
like,
close.
so we get back at night after we eat, and it was pitch dark up there, because up there was no lights. It was just dark.
No lights at all. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only lights that there were on the porch on the other side. So
Mhm.
we're on the back where we're
On the
parked,
dark
so
side.
you can't see anything.
And so we get out, and I literally was looking there, I had my gun, I'm like, that's just creepy. Like, I get chill bumps thinking about it. I was like, that's just creepy looking. I'm like, I'm waiting for somebody to come out of these woods, like some serial killer.
So I'm like running to get inside the house because I'm so scared. So we get inside the first night, and we're just like chilling or whatever, and we decide to watch a movie.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there watching something. I'm like, can we please watch something happy? Like I cannot
Yeah,
take
well, I think we're
anything
watching something scary
serious.
too, or like,
Yeah. So we're sitting there, and he like never gets scared of anything. So like when he does like act weird, it freaks me out really bad. So we're sitting there on the couch, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, this is just freaking me out. And I was like, what? Like, I thought you were fine. Like, what? And so he was like, yeah. And he was like, it's just like that National Forest thing is like freaking me out. That trail is just like anybody could be coming through that trail. And I was like, what are you talking about? Then he was like, yeah, have you ever heard of
skinwalkers.
skinwalkers? And I was like, I kept thinking of Slender Man. I don't even know what
Yeah,
that
she
is,
kept
but-
saying like slender walkers. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, anyways. He was like, have you ever heard of skinwalkers? And I was like, no, like what is that? And I'll believe anything. And he was like,
I wasn't joking either. I was serious
Yeah.
about this.
he was like, yeah, there's like these like people that will go in the woods, and like he said, oh no, this is how he started it. So we're sitting there, and he said, if we're like outside and for some reason you hear your name called and it sounds like me, don't follow it. And I was like, what the heck
I said
are
in the
you
woods,
talking-
not just in
Yeah.
general.
He said, don't follow it. And I was like, what in the world are you talking about? Like, I'm so confused. He said, I just wanted to tell you there's these things called skinwalkers. And I was like, oh my god, please tell me you're joking. And he's like, no, I'm serious. He was like, there's these people that will like go in the woods, and they'll like call your name or make it sound like there's like a kid crying or whatever, so you'll come and then they'll kill you. And I was like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here. Like, I am not staying here tonight. I was terrified. And he apparently this is like a real thing, but I thought he was joking.
It's one of the things that I've just heard stories
it's probably
of.
Rare, but
they just say it's like in like big forest areas where there's just nothing around. They always like I've heard stories like they teach their kids, like people in these areas, like don't go in the woods like at night and don't go if you hear your name and yada yada. So I'd hear all these stories, and then like going to where we're like in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is literally the worst thing I could imagine.
And I listen to like those like murder podcasts all the time, and like where all those crazy things happen, so I'll believe it like in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So yeah, it was freaky to say the least.
We made it through after we watched the movie, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, after the movie, we showered, and then we were sitting there, and she's like, I hear something. I'm like, you know,
every 2 seconds
she's freaking out now after I told her this.
And he's like, oh my word, just
yeah. And then so then I hear the door like jiggle. I said, she said, did you hear that? I said, yes. Yep, I heard it.
He said,
I heard it.
I didn't hear that.
I heard, yeah, like you didn't make this up. I heard that one, and you know, we were kind of already freaked out or whatever. So I brought my gun with us in the bathroom, and obviously all the doors were locked, like the bedroom door, then the bathroom door, and then so.
And there was a lot of doors in the
There was a lot of doors.
Like,
so
it was weird.
So we were like both like freaking out, and I'm like, okay, let's just like, you know,
let's just go check it
let's just check the house out. So I got my gun, and I got her over here, like, she'll open the door, and I, like, had my gun ready at every door. Like, I'd be like, okay, you open, just, like, open the door and stand back. And then, like, so she'd open, I would just, like, go in and, like, so we'd check the other bedroom.
It was so funny. Like, I would swing that door open so fast, and he'd whip his gun out and, like, go around the corners and everything. I felt like we were, like, searching for, I feel like we were part of a SWAT team or something.
Yeah, and so we had to check the other bedroom. In the other bedroom, I would hate to go there with another couple just because the other bedroom was kind of creepy. Like, because it had a door to it.
To outside.
Right to the creepy side of the house. Then obviously, we stay on the other side of the house. We ain't trying to be on the creepy side.
Yeah. Then, so, like, here's the bedroom, and here's the door, and right outside that door is that big trail.
That big opening, yeah.
Then in the bathroom, there's, like, this creepy, like, utility closet thing that's, like, oddly huge. Like, I don't know why they would need it to be that big, but anyways. So we were checking there, check the shower, under the bed.
Check under the beds. I'm like, you think someone's hiding under the beds?
Hey, you never know.
But to come to find out, it was just the air was kicking on, so it like rattled the door. But I mean, I swear, obviously your mind plays tricks on you. So the door rattles, and it sounded like I heard the creaking, like someone walking. I'm like, oh my god, we got someone in the house. I gotta kill somebody tonight.
It's just like an old house, so everything creaks.
Yeah, like I said, everything was creaking in this house. But
anyways, that was
literally we were there, and this was in Gatlinburg. I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm ready just for a normal, like, new house.
By that day, we were like, I don't think we like vacationing by ourselves. Yeah. Like, I don't think I'll ever want to do this again. Which I think we would.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the mountains.
Like a scary, yeah.
I want to be like just.
If we were in the mountains, maybe like in the city-ish, like.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, because all the houses we stay at, like in Colorado or like when we go to Gatlinburg with our whole family, it's like in the mountain, but it's like the mountain closest to the city, so you can see all the city and everything. So it's not so creepy. And there's a lot of house around. That's another thing. I wouldn't be freaked out at any of these houses if there's house around, but we were by ourselves. I'm like, someone could murder us, and people wouldn't find us for a month.
In Gatlinburg, there was that big house next to us, but nobody was
there. Yeah, it was empty. It was the middle of the week.
And it looked like abandoned. Like, it looked super scary.
But toward the end of the week, there's people there.
Yeah,
so that kind of like wasn't.
So
it kind of like eased your mind a little bit. Like, at least there's people here. You know, might hear screaming or gunshots or something.
Yeah. But so after this whole like skinwalker story, one of the days we decided to go up this mountain because he's been there a lot of times. And so he was like, yo, there's this mountain that we need to go up. He was like, there's these big rocks that me and my family always go to. Like, we don't have, like, there's no directions to get there. You can't look it up. It's just they've been there so many times they know how to get there.
My parents do. I don't know how to get there. We just didn't find it. We looked for like 2 hours and couldn't find it.
We drove all the way up the mountain and all the way down and still didn't find these big rocks he was talking about. But we ended up getting out at this one place. And obviously he's very sporty and, you know, athletic, and I am not at all, or outdoorsy. I hate bugs. I mean, I like the outdoors, but like,
I hate the outdoors because
bugs are not my thing. Anyways, so we get to this like waterfall. We're looking for the big rock, but we couldn't find it, so we just stopped at this random spot. And he's like weaving through these trees and like jumping over these rocks.
I'm just having a time of my life.
And I'm like, hello, the skinwalkers! Like, don't leave me by myself. And so he doesn't even care. He's just running away.
I'm just running. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. So that was cool. And then as we drove back down the mountain, we found like a there was like this bridge or whatever, and a bunch of people were getting off, so we jumped over like the side of the railing or whatever that you're not really supposed to go off of.
She wouldn't have. If I wasn't there.
No, I wouldn't. But anyways, we did, and it turned out super cool, and I'll put some like clips in there.
Yeah, that was really pretty cool over there.
I hope we remember how to get there if we go back.
I'm sure my parents know how to get there.
Yeah, but it was super cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we did have some good times.
Yeah.
We also had some scary ones.
Yeah, I mean, partially us being babies.
Yeah.
Was part of it, but it was a little freaky.
I'm always a baby, but him being a baby makes me extra.
Yeah, like I said, just in the mountains by yourself. Like, I'm all cool if there's a bunch of houses around, but when it's just you.
It's so scary.
Yeah. Besides that, you know, just a long drive back, and that was our honeymoon.
Yeah, it was
honeymoon
a good
experience.
Time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I wouldn't change it if I could go back. I think it's like a funny memory, like that we can look back and laugh at ourselves for being such babies.
I know.
I feel like we already do, but and it was like a few months ago.
The only thing that I would do different is if anybody's not married, have your honeymoon about a month after you get married. Honestly. I feel like that's when you need it. When you first get married, like everything, I mean, like, not that marriage is exciting, but it's like after like a month or two, it's like that's when I need like a break to get away, because like you just get busy with work and everything. Yeah. So that'd be the only like difference.
I think I probably would have liked to do that too. I mean, still like take a few days right after you get married, like maybe 2 or something. Yeah. And then just wait a month. Anyways, so that's our honeymoon story. And we hope you enjoyed. We hope you got a good laugh out of it. Making fun of us, because we make fun of ourselves for that. Don't bring it up in public. We don't want anybody to make fun of us. Yeah, it was a good time, but it's funny to look back on, because we were being some babies about it. But anyways, hopefully, and because we said this in the video we deleted, we're gonna try to make more videos now, because we know it's been like 6 months. That's what we said in the other video, but yeah, we're gonna try to, because we've been busy with planning. We wanted to do a whole wedding video and everything, and then we just got busy, and because we had a super short engagement, so we didn't have time to do it. We didn't expect it to be that short, so it was like 2 months earlier than we thought it was gonna be, but it was the only date this venue had available, so we had to do everything super fast, so we were busy the whole time. And we also just want to say thank you to our moms for helping us so much and planning everything. MVPs right there. They literally made it so easy for us, or mostly me, because he would make I was so stressed out, but then my mom came in clutch and really helped me out. So we want to try to make more videos, so if y'all have any ideas, just let us know. We'll have the Colorado video after this next week. We're gonna try to get that video. We might go skiing, maybe get a few clips of so we're gonna ski, so we might get a few videos of that. We're gonna be doing some fun stuff, just chilling in the mountains. So, with more people. So whole family. There's like 25 of us or something like that coming, so. Yeah. First Crow family Christmas together. Let us know if you have any ideas, and we hope you enjoyed the video. And, yeah. Peace out, Girl Scout. That's it. Love y'all.